Brenda Kyle. I am on social media as @chaparralchick across all social media. Just look for the little coyote. I found CalNaturalist. I don't know if it was accident or if it was fate. I was taking my last semester of school and I needed a science. I'm like, I thought I finished. Ugh, okay. And I found a biology course that was all field trips. I'm like, all right, I can do that. I can go out and have field trips. It was California native plant based. And out of all the field trips, I knew the plants. I didn't know I knew the plants. So basically, I was remembering things that my grandmother had taught me, about the yucca, that's the Tepawan word for pine, about the uxvik, that's the manzanita, because we have those species there too. Nab is nopal, the apuntia. So I was good at it. I was good at it because I had that foundation from an early age to identify the plants and be able to not just see them, not look at them, see them for what they were, how they grow, how they reach for the sun, how they hold down the soil. It was that and the medicinal uses and how people use all of the plants. And I was 40 the first time I heard someone use the word ethnobotany. And I'm like, that sounds interesting. What does that mean? And they explained ethnobotany is the way humans use plants. I said, oh, there's an ethnobotanist in my family. They're like, oh, where'd they study? I said, outside, because it's my grandma, right? So there was this whole field of ethnobotany. What is it? We just call that life. It's just life. So that was what got me into CalNat, because that class fulfilled the requirement to be a certified naturalist, and from there I just ran. I'm an independent naturalist. People can hire me @chaparralchick. Uh, they can hire me to lead walks, and they lead them in English and Spanish, and I try and throw in as much indigenous reference as I can, and acknowledging the people that taught me. It's important to have a California Naturalist program, not for fluidity, because everything is constantly changing, but for consistency, so that we all have a baseline of what California is, because we're, oh my goodness, we have deserts, we have mountains, we have rainforest, we have the chaparral, we have so many different biomes. It's important for all of us to understand how those biomes came about, what they mean to the natural history of the place, and specifically how our, over 150 indigenous cultures were here before European contact. They were the people. They were here tending the plants and the animals, all the kinfolk. And having that baseline is important, so we all start off at the same point and then grow from there. It's like having roots. One of the first things I say, it's like, if you don't think that I'm a naturalist because, I wear makeup and do my nails and wear dresses, well, then close your eyes and listen, because that's what you're here for, is to listen and learn. So who cares what I look like? But it does matter. It does matter that we have brown faces telling earth stories. It matters that we have people that have ancestrally lived on islands tell us island stories. It matters that the knowledge that is being gleaned from indigenous people is told by indigenous people. The educators, they do a great job of lecture, but who are they learning from? Those are the people that need to tell the stories. Those are the people that need to be in educator roles. They're the ones that need to lead the walk. Because the stories that I've heard, I are stories that my father told me, and it's stories that I told my daughter, and it's stories that she's heard from her grandparents, and it's the same story. And that sense of community and belonging and history is important. I hope that people go out and they find their own ancestral roots in their ancestral languages. I do a lot of my talks in English and in Spanish, and neither one is my ancestral language. We are Tepehuan. Tepetel is the Nahuatl word for mountain, so Tepehuan means mountain dweller. We self-identify as Odami, the people. Stories convey a sense of place, which is different from location. Okay? We can be here at latitude whatever we are and longitude whatever. That is the location. Let's come back in 3 moons. Is it the same place? What's going to be different? So stories convey place, they convey emotion, they convey wonder, they convey a way to enter into science that is wonder driven and gets you to the facts instead of driven to find the facts. Sometimes that sense of wonder is more important than whatever it is you're trying to find. And we have to listen to the stories. As my friend Raging Hawk would say, listen with your inner ear and look at things with your inner eye. So it's not just being here, it's being everywhere to understand what the stories of traditional ecological knowledge and the oral tradition, what they're trying to convey. It's braided. It's the 3 braids. It's it's the past, the present, and the future. It is place and people and plants. You can't, they're intertwined, they're interwoven. I don't understand how they can be separated.